Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we are going to simplify this given rational expression that also contains this radical with a cube root and this radical with the square root. And here's our expression, the cube root of 6 times the square root of 3 minus 10 all over the square root of 4 minus 2 times the square root of 3. And now we are going to simplify this expression, and please bear in mind we are not supposed to be using calculators of any kind. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started, and let's focus once again on this given rational expression. And since this expression involves this cube root and the square root at the very same time, so therefore I am going to label this whole thing as x. In other words, we can do the substitution. X equals to the cube root of 6 square root of 3 minus 10 all over square root of 4 minus 2 times square root of 3. And now our task is to find the value of x. So I have copied down this whole thing over here. And now we are going to focus on this numerator part. We got the cube root and the index over here is 3. So therefore this whole thing could be written as 6 times the square root of 3 minus 10 whole power 1 divided by 3. And likewise we are going to focus on this denominator as well. And here we can see our index is missing. If the index is missing, then by default it is always 2. So therefore this whole thing could be written as 4 minus 2 times square root of 3 whole power 1 divided by 2, since our index is 2, as you can see in this next step. And now let's make an observation. We can see our exponent on the top is 1 divided by 3 and the exponent at the bottom is 1 divided by 2. And we know the least common denominator for 2 and 3 is going to be 6. So therefore I'm going to take the power of 6 on the left hand side, and likewise I'm going to take the power of 6 on the right hand side as well. And now let's make an observation. We see we got this numerator divided by the denominator whole power 6. So therefore this could be written as this whole thing power 6, and likewise this whole denominator power 6 as well. And now let's make an observation. We can see we got this one exponent and we got another exponents. These are called nested exponents. Likewise one exponent and then another exponent. And whenever we have a nested exponents, we just multiply them out. So 1 divided by 3 times 6 is going to be equal to 2. And likewise 1 divided by 2 times 6, I'm going to write down 1 divided by 2 times 6 is going to be 3, as you can see in this next step. And now we are going to simplify the numerator and the denominator furthermore. And now simply focus on this part inside this parentheses. And here I have copied down this part over here. And now we can see 2 is in common between these two terms. So therefore this could be written as 2 times inside the parentheses 3 times square root of 3 minus 5. And likewise we are going to focus on this part inside this parentheses at the denominator. And here I have copied down this whole part right up here. And now we can see 2 is in common. So therefore we can write 2 times 2 minus the square root of 3, as you can see in this next step. And now in this next step I have put down 2 power 2 over here and then this whole power 2 over here. And likewise at the denominator 2 power 3 and then whole power 3 as well, as you can see over here. Now let's make an observation. We can see 2 power 2 is 4 and 2 power 3 is 8. And if we reduce 4 divided by 8, that is going to give us 1 divided by 2. As you can see in this next step, this whole thing has been simplified to 1 divided by 2, as you can see. And now we are going to focus on this part at the numerator. And here I have copied down this numerator part. And now let's recall this famous identity. A minus b whole square could be written as a square minus 2 times ab plus b square. We are going to apply it on this binomial. If I label this one as lowercase a and this one as lowercase b, then this could be written as 3 times the square root of 3 whole square minus 2 times 3 times the square root of 3 times 5 plus 5 square. And now we know 3 times square root of 3 whole square is 27. And if we multiply this part, that is going to give us 30 times square root of 3 and 5 square is 25. And now we are going to combine these like terms, as you can see in this next step. And now we can see 2 is in common between these two terms. So therefore, this is going to be equal to 2 times 26 minus 15 times square root of 3. So therefore, this whole thing, if we take the square, this turns out to be equal to this one. And likewise, we are going to focus on this part at the denominator. And here I have copied down 2 minus square root of 3 whole power 3. And now let's recall another famous identity. A minus b whole power 3 could be written as a power 3 minus 3a square b plus 3ab square minus b power 3. And we are going to apply this one on this binomial. If I label this 2 as lowercase a and square root of 3 as lowercase b, then this could be written as 2 power 3 minus 3 times 2 whole square times the square root of 3 plus 3 times a is 2 and then times the square root of 3 whole square plus finally minus b is square root of 3 whole power 3. As you can see when we simplify it. And now we are going to combine these like terms. And it turns out to be 26 minus 15 times the square root of 3. And now we can see this numerator part has been simplified over here. And this denominator part has been simplified over here as well, as you can see in this next step. And now we can see this whole thing cancels out with this one. So therefore we can see x power 6 turns out to be equal to simply 1 divided by 2 and then this times 2. So therefore our x power 6 value simply turns out to be 1. And now if we take power 1 divided by 6 on the left hand side, and likewise take a power 1 divided by 6 on the right hand side as well, then we can see that we are going to get x equals to simply 1 value. So thus our x value turns out to be equal to 1. And we also know that x equals to this whole expression. So therefore we conclude that this whole given expression turns out to be equal to 1. So thus after all the calculations and manipulations, this rational expression turns out to be equal to 1. And that's our final answer. Thanks for watching and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.